Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
You are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Duh.
Welcome, folks. We are back, striking whilst the iron's hot.
Yes.
Another Pokemon Go episode.
Absolutely.
Now,
what makes the iron so hot?
Well, on the
15th?
15th of February,
Yep.
they, Niantic, released Generation 2 Pokemon into the wild.
They did. A big update. Now, they've been teasing this for some time.
Yeah.
I think it was in December. Remember, we were, they're going to do it. They're going to
It's
do
the
it.
one we've all been waiting for, sort
Yeah.
of.
So they had a Christmas event. Remember, it was just Pikachu with a hat. And everyone's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And then it was the baby Pokemons for the new year.
That was exciting because it was something new.
No, I never got one until Gen 2 was released. So I never got a baby Pokemon.
They have I don't want to say the tendency, but like they'll say, "Oh, this is happening," and there'll be an increased amount of this. They'll say an increased amount of Pikachus or Bulbasaur or whatever, and then when it comes time to actually getting them or whatever, it doesn't fucking happen for me. I don't know if they don't.
Yes.
If the dial's at 0.5, if they turn up to 0.75, fucking crank it to 11, mate.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Full bore.
So now the timing, I will admit, was a little odd
I was questioning the timing too.
because I thought, now before this, Cern and I, we played Pokemon probably more than what nearly 30-year-old gentlemen should be
Yeah.
playing a phone game. But whatever, go fuck yourself.
Do what I want.
Yeah, I'll do what I want. But the thing is that, hey, it's fun. It doesn't cost barely any. Well, you don't spend that much money on it. And
Something to take your mind off
yeah.
of. I think we discussed this. It's like, we do a bunch of work. And
intensive, brain-intensive stuff.
It's just something to kind of
Take
go
your
out
mind,
and
like Candy Crush or some shit like that.
Yes.
People play Call of Duty, people play Candy Crush, whatever.
Or it's just mobile.
We just play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Cerny, you have a way better excuse than I do. You have little boys who are obsessed with Pokemon that love to go catch the thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, hey, take my toddler who doesn't talk and doesn't know anything about. No, it's literally me. But and Cerny, I think, let me know if you agree. I personally, in between the Christmas event where the last event that they had, we didn't really cover it on the podcast because it was kind of a, whatever event.
Yeah.
The Squirtle,
that's
Charmander,
right.
Bulbasaur, the starters.
Increased starter
spawn
spawns.
rates.
Yes.
Okay, it was cool. I got my Charizard that I had wanted, and it helped me get a couple.
Yeah.
Until then, I was really not doing anything. I was going on every day because your first catch and your first Pokestop spin, you get, if you do 7 days in a row, you get increasing rewards. I was getting to the point where I would do that, and I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm with you there. I'd get my first catch, Pidgey or some stupid shit, and then swipe, and then I would boot down for the day.
Because the game plan until then, everything else is so hard to catch. You can hatch things in the eggs, but you're hatching some bullshit fucking Weedle or some Pokemon you don't care about.
Yes.
Or you're walking, I go on runs, so I have a watch that actually is tied to the GPS, and it says, you went 5 miles.
Okay.
And I'll have my Pokemon game open the whole time, and it'll say, you went 1 kilometer, which I should be going, close to 10, probably 8K.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, you went barely anything. It's like, what the fuck? It's just was so frustrating, and it became this whole thing of, what are we going to do? Just catch grind out and catch tons of Pidgeys and do a mass evolve to get a higher level.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun anymore.
No, so I think that was part of the timing. I think they may have, I don't see their numbers, but they may have started just
seeing
free
massive
falling.
droves of it falling off. Now, around the same time, they had a Valentine's Day event.
Okay.
Now, they started doing these events around Halloween. And
Halloween was I thought was
that was one of their better ones.
That was great.
It was they're thematic. So the Halloween, all the ghost Pokemon like Abra, the Ghastly,
Drowsy, all those.
they were spawning way more.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of
Gengar.
decently rare, more rare.
Yeah.
So it was cool. You got to catch a lot of them, and it was fun for a couple days.
And they also would throw in double
XP, yeah,
and stuff like that. Yes.
So it doesn't just benefit those. It was fun. I had it open all the time, walking around on my lunch break, all this type of stuff. The events since then had kind of been a little bit lackluster.
The Thanksgiving one, I can't quite remember
what it was.
That was the one that was double XP.
That one was good because I think I leveled up 1 or 2 levels, which takes a fucking.
The higher you go,
brutal.
The first you're like, oh, this is easy. Only got to go 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. Now we're at 300,000.
Hundreds of thousands of XP. I mean, I don't even look. I don't even. Whatever.
When it happens, it happens.
Yeah. They did a Valentine's one, all pink Pokemon.
So I was excited.
Was supposed to increase.
Yes.
So go ahead, and that is Chansey, Clefairy, Clefable. They said Porygon, which is a very rare one. The Lickitung guy.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff or whatever.
Yeah, Wigglytuff. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, not that exciting because those aren't.
I just wanted the Porygon.
Yeah. I think I got to the point to where I'm not fighting in that many gym battles, and the pink ones aren't great at fighting anyway. So it's just like, I need to kind of round out my collection.
In this moment in time, they weren't that great.
Oh.
So we'll get into the Gen 2 and what that means. But the pink ones at this moment in time weren't great. I had a Clefable, and I'd use it as... See, like we talked previously, we're going to have him call in, but I think he's working, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to do matchups when he's gym fighting. Fairy takes down dragons. So
there's charts and stats on what's good. Obviously electric's good against water.
Yeah.
Like that kind of makes sense.
No-brainer.
Fire's good against grass. Like that kind of stuff. There's charts. So if
water beats fire.
Yeah. Rochambeau, sort of.
Yeah.
So if you're facing up a gym and they have a bunch of water Pokemon, maybe you select a bunch of electric. That's kind of the general thinking of it.
So, so I had some Clefables that would take down dragons.
Yeah.
So Fairy beats dragon, apparently. But other than that, not really. But I would still catch it for I think they were, was it double candy?
Yeah, everything was double candy.
Yeah, it was 6, and then they cut the walking buddy in half or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And then right after that, was it the 15th? Maybe it was the 16th. It was like
I feel like it was almost a day.
It was like a day where all of a sudden, because I remember my brother texted me, hey, they're going to release Gen 2. And I remember texting him, I'll believe when I see it, because I've been seeing this shit for like a year.
This has been the rumor for a long time.
4 months.
And now Pokemon is sponsored with Sprint and Starbucks.
Yes.
And I think it got leaked. Someone at Sprint took a picture. They get the pamphlets a day ahead of time so they know what to talk about. And it was like, Gen 2 is released. So someone leaked this from a Sprint store, some fucking slapdick that sells, Nextel phones.
Make a minimum wage.
Yeah. Leaked this thing to the Pokemon community. And...
Because I remember him texting me like, and then I remember looking and going, oh shit, this actually has some validity to it.
Right.
Some steam.
So Gen 2's out. Now, immediately when it came out, Cerny, how did you feel? Was it like day one of the app again, or?
It was like day one of the app again, I think. Because I texted you, right? Yeah, I texted. I remember I was...
Because there was an app update that got pushed.
It got pushed, and I remember looking going, it's not really.
Yeah.
I remember closing it down, and then I remember like, I want to check again. And so I checked, and I was like, oh, shadows. Because I never see shadows, because we caught basically almost all of you can, and I said, I'm missing a 2 or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, there's shadows, and then something popped up. Like, what is this? And then I remember throwing the Pokeball, and it ran right, popping around. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Was
it one of the raccoon looking things?
No, it was the bird with the Murkrow, I think it's called. It's the blue bird with it's like the sombrero.
Oh, that fucking thing. Looks like a ninja, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like
they fucking ran
bobbing around.
And I think the spider popped up, and I caught the spider, and then I shot you. My brother, Gen 2's out, right? And my brother like texts me like, I'm in class right now. I'm going to the bathroom, right?
So, and I felt the same way when I saw it. It was exciting.
Yeah. I was like,
and
yes,
I knew from watching the shows and playing the Game Boy games and stuff, I knew Gen 1.
Yeah.
The 152 Pokemon or whatever. I have not really any idea of what any of these are.
No, I had to kind of like ask Zachary.
Yeah.
Oh,
there I am.
Oh, die there.
Maybe I shouldn't unplug it. That would be fucking helpful.
I had to ask him. I had to kind of look at a chart going, what the fuck? Because I don't know what's rare, what's not rare.
That was the thing. It's like, what's the new Pidgey? What's the new fucking Paris?
The fucking spider.
And before this time, I remember I was excited because Cerny and I are about in the same place for the original, the OG 150.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have all the I'm missing one or two in North America because they're geolocation based.
Yeah,
I have all the ones I can in North America, minus one or two. And I was going to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for a vacation.
This is true.
I was so fucking excited. Like, I thought, there's going to be a rare spawn of something here because they're based in different places. And then it came out like that night before we left. Gen 2 came out, and I'm like, my wife's going to kill me because she doesn't like when I'm always on my phone, like trying to catch things.
Yeah, I get that.
And now it's all I'm going to be doing in Hawaii, of all places.
Yes.
Luckily, it wasn't too bad. And she goes, and I told her, like, okay, I know you don't like me being on my phone, but like the new Pokemon game. Like, when you step back and think about it, you feel kind of silly. You're telling another adult
question the other
day,
Pokemon
are out.
Because I was like, I think I caught something, and I was like, it was a Chikorita, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. The boys and I were celebrating, and she's like, these are fictional. You know that, right? I was like, quiet.
Enough out of you. So,
I'm well aware.
What's some big points about the Gen 2 that we would like to make?
So first, I got a beef with the egg system.
I agree with that.
So they had actually the original one when they first started. It looks a lot different from right before they released the Gen 2. They did a shuffle of sorts.
Oh, the eggs, yeah, realignment or something.
Yes.
Am I looking at the right thing?
Yes, we're looking at the same thing.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we're looking at the same thing.
So basically, there's 3 eggs. There's a 2K egg, a 5K, and a 10K.
And by K, we mean kilometers.
And the 5Ks are by far wildly more popular.
I get those all the time. I rarely get it now, and it goes by, the 2 kilometer eggs. You get your good starters.
Yeah.
Your Bulbasaur.
Basic or more basic.
You're basic.
What?
And then you'll get some.
You're basic. You're basic. You're basic.
That's long. I'm gonna cut that one down.
You'll get some decent ones, but you get garbage, and they give you a certain amount of candies, and then in the 5K it kind of steps up to, in theory, some better Pokemons, a little more candies, and then your 10K should be your better Pokemon. So
more rare. For sure.
So in Gen 1, my claim to fame is Lapras. I hashed out in a 10K.
And I still haven't got one after, 8-9 months of playing.
The mighty James doesn't have one either.
Oh.
He's so.
Oh, here's the hatch list for Gen 1.
Yeah. So then the Gen 2 comes out. So they kind of add them to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They moved your Porygon to a 5K. Went from a 10 to a 5.
Dratini's a 10K?
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway.
So like last night. So I have a beef with some of the Pokemon that are listed here. I had a 5K.
How they're assigned?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
some of them they're actually Meowth. Fucking Meowth. I mean, come
It
on.
should be a 2K.
Meowth, Mankey, Paris.
No.
Where's it? Oh, Venonat moved to a 2K. Those shouldn't even be in an egg. I've seen them on the daily, so I don't need to fucking walk 5K for that.
That's the problem. Like the 2K ones are the ones that when Gen 1 was out, with the exception of Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, you were seeing they were, as I would call them, garbage mons.
Garbage bonds, yep.
Like they pop up and I ignore them.
Yes.
Maybe with the exception of a Slowpoke or Magikarp.
I was okay with the Magikarps because now Chipper and I live in very different Pokemon regions.
Biomes.
There you go. Chipper's more water. I'm more fire and earth. So Magikarps were rare.
Yeah.
For me, but Chip, I think you have like 600 candies.
I do. I have 2 what are the Gyarados things? Let me see. I'm looking at my thing now. Yeah, I have 2. Where are they? Okay. And I have 2 evolved ones, and I still have 230 Magikarp candies.
Oh baby.
Hydro Pump 130.
Oh. I have 1 Gyarados, and that's because when I live, the fountain over here, there's a fountain that's a Pokestop.
Yes.
It was a Magikarp nest for 2 weeks, so I was just on all the time.
That's how you got yours.
All the time.
So now, are you to the point? So your problem with the eggs is how they're kind of classified, how they're assigned. I would almost say move all the 5K, 2K ones. Mine, with the exception of the starters, don't even have them. I don't even need an egg because it's it's pointless.
Yeah.
Make the 5K the 2K and make a 10K. And then maybe in the 10K eggs, you're only getting 1 a month, but they're the regional ones that you can't get, like a Kangaskhan or Mr. Mime or
I
fucking
do like that. So there's new ones
Farfetch'd.
too. There's new ones.
Oh.
Heracross, I think it's called.
I have no fucking idea what Cerny's saying. So some of these, the names of them, I have no idea and what they are. Oh, here we go.
I have no idea either.
And so the issue that I have as well is the egg hatching speed limit or the rate of which they can hatch. Because like I said, I go for a run and I'll just I'll just run whatever. I'm not sprinting. I'm jogging at an 8-minute mile pace, like perfectly reasonable thing, right?
Yeah.
And it never happens that I've never ran 10K and hatched a 10K egg. I've never ran 10K and hatched a 5K egg. It's just enraging. So,
and sometimes I find it'll be in my pocket. I'll be standing in a store, and all of a sudden it'll just start running.
Right.
The
drift.
GPS, yeah, GPS drift.
So 10.5 miles per hour appears to be the maximum speed limit when traveling in a straight line.
So these 2, this is a great pod. I'm showing Chipper the picture of them.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. It's a Heracross and
and those are specific to that.
It's called a Corsola, and we ain't getting them in California. We gotta go to Mexico.
Well, let me know if you go, Cerny, because I did get a Snorlax in one of my last 10Ks.
What I'm missing is an Aerodactyl, Porygon.
When I had your account in Seattle when I was up there, it got away from me.
I think I've seen 4. I think I've seen 4, and all 4 have got away.
Jesus. So, have you started leaving these 10K? I mean, the Gen 2. Have you started walking away from? Because very quickly, at first, I started catching everything.
Everything, yes.
Because it's kind of a unique thing. It was like, oh, if we were to start the game over with what we know now, I would be playing a lot differently than when I first started.
Yeah, I wouldn't be powering up bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I'm just catching everything to get a bunch of candy so I can evolve and do that. As when I first started, I was like, well, I already have one Zubat. What do I need more for? Yeah. Like, I didn't realize the concept for some reason. So I started catching everything and then quickly realized, like, oh, okay, I don't need a bunch of these, whatever, fucking, what are they? Sentrets. Or
so,
Hoothoots.
I don't catch the Sentrets or the Hoothoots anymore.
Yeah, or these little spider things. Yeah.
Because I've already evolved a couple times. I was like, okay. I've only hatched. So when they came out, we were on hunting. I hatched a Wooper.
Yes.
Blue guy with the things.
Antenna. He looks like he should be on the Jetsons.
Yeah. And then I hatched a couple baby Pokemons. And that was my very first Pokemons. Baby Pokemons.
Are the baby Pokemons spawning as well?
No, I think you can only get them in an egg. Now,
I swear I saw a shadow of the Topeka.
James said you can catch a Togetic.
Okay.
That's what it's called. You can catch a Togetic in the wild, and apparently it's hard to catch.
I fucking saw one. I was on the bus, and I knew we were turning, and it was like the block over. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to get off the bus. And I was like, I was praying to the GPS drifting gods that my fucking character would go over and
drift over there and get him.
Click the spawn, and then I could catch it. Because, like, once you click into the Pokemon, it doesn't matter if you drive 2 blocks away, you're still battling it.
Yeah.
Although I feel the flee rate is much higher when you're actually away from it.
I think you're right on that one, yeah.
It didn't happen. Oh. So, Gen 2, the egg situation, how do you feel about it?
If we I get the theory of putting you could sprinkle a little bit of garbage in there.
Sure.
Like a Russian roulette.
Okay.
But I'm not playing Russian roulette with...
You want 1 garbage mon, 10 good.
1 bullet. It was okay. Not a chamber full with 1 empty chamber.
Gotcha. Now, with these Gen 2 ones, there's also another added element here.
Yes.
Not only do you have to get 50 candies or 100 candies, but for some very specific ones, you need these gems of sorts.
Yes.
Or a special item.
Stone, like a sunstone or something like that. Yes. Dragon scale.
There you go. So for the... I don't know. What is the little seed-looking guy? I don't fucking know. We're not good at
this. Sunkern.
Right, Sunkern.
I think.
I don't know either. Oh. Well, I haven't seen any of these.
No.
Jeez. We're like looking ahead. So you need some of these. Not only do you need the candies, but you need the stone. Now, Cerny and I have been on this, let's say... over a week, going on 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And we've only each got 1 special item.
Yes. It was like a hardener case or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know how.
I got mine. Mine was like a hardener, I think is what it was called. Yours, it was only good for Porygon, right?
Yeah, they're only good for specific Pokemon. So it's very tough to do. So I have enough candies for many things to evolve, but I don't have these fucking gemstones. So it's really annoying. Oh, here we go. You can use this item on this Pokemon. So if you want a Slowking, then you need a special item. Bellossom, Keelix, what's this guy called?
Seadra.
Poliwrath. You can evolve them, but you need the fucking special item, which is impossible. So, Cerny, one thing that I wish I would have done better, and you did this because you had a little foresight. You collected certain Gen 1 Pokemon have a 3rd evolution or a 2nd evolution that they didn't have.
And I didn't know that because I remember I already have a Crobat, I think is what it was. No, it was a Golbat.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not catching any of that shit.
Right, because they're fucking annoying.
I would get so pissed about when I would hatch how many 2Ks I hatch Zubats. and Zachary said, "Well, save the candies because Crobat or Zubat or Golbat, whatever the fuck it is, turns into one of the Crobat."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, look it up." I looked. I was like, "Oh shit, he's fucking right." So I saved some of the candies and actually went out looking for, Zubats and then Chanseys.
This is where I dropped the ball. Chansey and Eevee.
I had a bunch of Eevee.
Eevee has 2 more evolutions. Those spawn a lot. So there's also this trick, and this trick also happened in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Cerny and I are under the impression it's a one-time only use. So this trick only works once.
Per evolution.
Yeah.
So there's a Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon.
Yeah.
So I think it's, one per Vaporeon, one
Yes.
Flareon, not just one.
So, like, if you nickname your Eevee Sparky, you can evolve him, and it's a guarantee to be a Jolteon.
Jolteon, yes.
That only happens once.
Yes.
And then you name him, like, fucking Ember or some shit like that, and he turns into a Flareon.
Yeah, I forget what it
and
was.
something else. So there's the same one. There's 2 new Eevee evolutions. Sakura. Is that how you would say that?
That's the trick name, yeah. Sakura.
So, Sakura, that's what you want to name.
And that'll be an Espeon.
Yeah. And then what's the other one?
Tomeo or something like that?
Tomato.
Which would be the Umbreon, the black one.
So I did that, and I got it, and it got added to my decks, and great. I missed out on the Chanseys. I think I have like 47 Chansey candies or something. So I need to get that one.
Had a bunch, and that's where I said earlier where, the pink ones weren't that great. They are now unstoppable forces.
They are
Blissies.
Dominating gyms. I seriously can't beat one. I don't think I beat one yet.
You have to go in with a team because I think we fought one and my brother.
The time runs out.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
you have to go in with a few people to work them pretty quick.
And I'm putting fucking badass moves on this thing, and it's like barely.
It's like
the defense is crazy on it. Anyway, so what tip would we want to give? So the Gen 2 starters, there's 3, much like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. There's
Chikorita.
Grass, Fire, and Water.
So it would be Chikorita would be the Bulbasaur, which would be the grass. Cyndaquil would be the Charmander with the fire. And Totodile would be the Squirtle.
Yes.
Water.
So it's very similar as to, like, you need 25 to get to the next level, and the big one's the 100. So that's cool. Those are cool. And now I know, like, okay, if I see one of these, it's a little bit more rare. I assume that the spawn rates are about the same.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to these Gen 2 Pokemon, they also gave us 2 new berry types.
Now, what say you about the berries?
So there's 2 new berries. There's, like, one that looks like a banana, and it's supposed to slow the Pokemon down, and you can only use one at a time.
Yes.
Then there's the pineapple berry, pinberry or whatever, and that gives you extra candies.
Yes.
So rather than if you catch a Squirtle and you get 3 candies normally, it'll give you 5.
Okay. Yes.
I have used the bananas. I don't fucking think that they work at all.
No, I don't see them. That's why if you look, I don't have any other berries but bananas because I never use them. I think I just start deleting them.
Yeah, I think I'll probably start doing that. To be honest, with the raspberries, I'm not 100% sold that those actually work too.
No. Now, obviously, the pineapple works.
Yeah.
And I do like that.
I use the pineapple a lot.
Now, speaking of that, I do like the extra candies if you catch evolved.
That makes it worthwhile.
So previously, it would be 3 candies no matter what of the base Pokemon.
You could catch a Pidgeot, and you would get 3. If you caught a Pidgey, which is really easy, you would get 3 as well.
So now you get 3 for a Pidgey, your base one, and if you got a Pidgeot, it would be, I think it's 10, right? Because it's 5
that's pretty good
for the next one and then 10 for the other one.
So I do like that because that's how basically what it does do is it stops you from just passing over. If I saw a Golbat out, I'd be like, whatever, I already have one. There's no point. They're impossible to catch. But now it kind of makes me try to catch this.
Yeah.
So what else do we have to cover?
So we're still Team Instinct.
Yes.
Right.
So
okay. Now there's 8 more legendaries.
Oh, go on. Where's this? Right here? Okay.
So it's like a
Oh.
Delibird.
Now we still don't
Smeargle,
have
some dogs.
we still don't have the legendary birds.
We don't. So what do you think about this? And there's a couple legendary birds here, Lugia and Oho.
Yeah.
Now Oho, this bird here,
Yes.
because the boys watch it. That was actually even though it's Gen 2,
Uh-huh.
it was in the very first episode. Because I just watched it with the boys.
Oh.
It flew over the top of Ash, and he put his Pokedex out, and the Pokedex said,
Didn't know.
not all Pokemon have been found, but it was that thing.
Wow. That's interesting. So obviously these Gen 2 and these rare ones, I'm guessing
I don't think anybody's.
they're
found
not
them, no.
released. Are they released or are they just we don't know?
I don't think so.
So I'm guessing that there will be some event probably in the spring or the proper spring, maybe like April, May,
I'm
or
gonna
summer.
So you want to guess? My guess is either it's going to be
Easter. Okay.
I think they're going to do some sort of egg thing, obviously.
Bird, egg, Cerny.
There we go.
Okay.
Legendary birds.
Yes.
Now, if they just do colorful eggs, I'm going to be pissed. And I may tweet.
What do you
to
mean, a
myself.
colorful
Just
egg?
like they do Pokemon Day Pikachu with a hat.
Okay.
And if they do festive eggs, I'm going to be like, fuck you.
Now, what if you can gather these eggs at Pokestops around the Easter time, and to hatch them, you get another special incubator?
Ooh.
It's like 50, like a month of hatching it for these legendary birds.
Oh.
That would be kind of cool.
50K or something like that.
35 miles. Or 30
Yeah, you got to earn it.
something.
Got to earn it.
I wouldn't mind that. Like you get a secondary legendary bird egg.
I'll be okay with that.
Or, yeah. Okay. Or you
thinking.
just like find an egg in the wild and
Pick it up.
yeah, pick it up. But then how would you hatch it? I think the incubator, because they already had that kind of built in.
Yeah.
So trying to think Pinap berry.
That's the pineapple and the
pineapple
nabab or
and
whatever the hell it is.
banana, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, I do notice they're also giving you throw bonuses. If you get a nice throw or a great or an awesome or whatever, excellent, you always got bonuses on that.
Yep.
XP. Now, or a curveball. Now, if you get it on the first toss, you get an extra 50.
Now, do you throw curves?
I usually do it, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard you get increased
You get
chance of getting them if you curve.
Oh, I
it.
didn't know that. I
Okay,
just
fine.
did it for the extra.
Now, that's my brother, so who knows?
Well, fake news.
yeah, he is.
Your brother, I wish we kind of could have had him on. I don't know what his fucking source is, but
Fake news, fake news, fake news.
thank you, Bernie. He would, I remember this 6 months ago when he's like, "Oh yeah, the birds are coming out on Saturday," and we're like, "Oh really?" And then nothing. Like, he's cried wolf too many times. He's lost credibility with me.
Yes. That's why when he said Gen 2's coming out, I said, yeah, I'll believe when I see it.
That's a good point, Cerny. That is a good point. So, what now? I would say I wasn't going to delete the app, but I was only using it once a day. Gen 2 came and it fucking shot me way back up. Using it all the time.
I noticed, how about you? The app was struggling.
Yeah.
The servers were struggling. I think everyone
They were.
signed back on.
Everyone jumped back on. Now, Joe and Dana.
That boy.
Joe smells.
They had played Pokemon before.
They were avid.
Dana is out.
That boy.
I don't think he's coming back in.
He said he deleted the app.
He's out.
He's out.
Dana's out. Joe?
Joe smells.
He...
Joe smells. Joe smells.
That's from our real super
Joe
fan.
smells.
Yeah.
From a real super fan.
Real super fan there.
Joe smells.
Pat.
Pat.
Joe smells.
Joe, he got the app back when something was... What made him...
I was showing him, I think I was talking shit about my Pokédex or something.
Yeah, and he fired it up.
Fired it back up.
Okay.
And he signed in just in time for the start, the Gen 3, the
Gen 2.
the starter Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
spawns. So-
Oh, right, because he was way ahead of us, of all of us.
He was the god of Pokemon.
Yeah, because part of his job requires him to like drive around in different places.
Yeah.
So he is really taking advantage of the different spawn locations. So he was
Yes.
getting so much different stuff. I don't know if he's back on Gen 2 or not.
I think I texted him. He said he was out.
So he's out.
He wasn't playing.
Okay.
It's probably still on there. I think if we can entice him, if I just open Pokedex, be like, where you at, Joe?
Oh.
Are you at 200 yet?
We're sniffing 200. Chip and Cern are sniffing 200.
Where you at?
1. So now, do you think the haters are going to how long is this going to entertain you for again, do you think, Cerny? Will you get a couple months on this? I'm at 195.
I'm at 189. So
Scene 201.
Yeah, scene 183. I think. Yeah,
I mean, this will get me to the summer for sure.
Yeah, I think it'll get me to Easter at least, and then if they have some sort of sweet thing going on, then yeah, I'll be able. Yeah, it can give me the summer. Maybe a 4th of July event, because it wasn't even around. It was the end of July when they launched it. So,
and I remember it being such littered with crashing and app problems that you couldn't even really properly play for a while.
It was a struggle.
So, hey, I'm happy with the release. People that hate and they go,
"Where's Gen 3?
Oh, we need trading. We need person-to-person battles. We need blah, 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 blah. I want to trade in." And it's like, hold on. Don't forget, the company's trying to make money.
Yeah.
They're making a shitload of money. They made $1 billion already. But, they're like, oh, I want to trade in 10 Pokeballs for this ball, and I want to do this. It's like, I mean, why would they, what do you think they're sitting there? How can we make less money?
Well, let's just release everything all at once, and then we'll be good.
Yeah. So I don't think
they're not Kmart.
I would like actually these medals that you can get if you catch 10 water Pokemon, you get a medal, you get bronze, and then if you catch 50, you get and if you catch 100, that should give you big XP.
Yeah, that should give you something. That was my one. I was like, oh, I got a medal. What I get?
Yeah, it was like,
I get the fucking medal.
It's like, okay, I don't
BFD.
care about that. BFD is right. Very true, Cerny. What do you think they need to do anything with the leveling? It's tough. I mean, I'm like, fuck it. I'm never going to hit the next level. It will probably take me 2 months to get to level 30.
I agree. Nah, I think the leveling is okay for me.
And I'm not like...
I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, if they made it easier, it would kind of be dumb, I guess. Okay, that's a good point. But, a lot of people are doing, they're going by lots of lucky eggs. They're farming all these Pidgeys to do max evolving.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what my fucking number, if it says 2 or if it says 35. It doesn't matter to me.
True. True.
So, but
it only matters when I'm trying to max out, because I do gym battles.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to max out my guy, and I use my Stardust.
Oh, so when you level up, you get a lot of Stardust?
No, you get your max CP, then goes
increases.
Up.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Nice. So, I mean, hey, we're having fun. Cerny and the boys are having fun over here. I think I'm going to be excited to get more of these items.
Yeah.
More of these, gyms and stuff.
Looking forward to swipe my Pokestop tomorrow. That's my 7-day streak.
Oh. Let me know if you get one then.
Okay.
Because that's the only time I've gotten one. And allegedly, what did you tell me, Cerny? One
in 1,000.
How many do you think you swipe a day?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I'm going to say I probably do 50.
How many Pokestops have you swiped? You can look it up.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this going to be? Where do you look that up?
So go to your guy.
Okay.
So you go right here. You scroll down. It's this one with the Pokestop, and it tells you how many Pokestops you swiped.
What's your start date?
Where is that at?
Mine's July 6th.
12th. I was behind you, remember?
That's right. All right. Where do I?
So if you click the medal itself, the Pokestop medal.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oof.
I'm at 4,000.
Oh my God.
472.
7,045. Oh my.
It shows you all the shit
Wow. Okay, I've captured 4,000 Pokemon. 4,008 Pokemon.
which one is that? Oh, here we go.
I registered 142 of the Kanto regions.
I've captured 4,078 Pokemon.
Nice. Scientist, I've evolved 460.
Let me see, which one is that? Which symbol is that?
It's like a neutron symbol. If you click into it, you can just swipe like that.
Oh, okay. 513.
Wow, you're crushing me. Eggs, I'm not there. I'm on 100 eggs, but gym battles, I'm not good.
Eggs, I'm at 141 eggs.
So you're at gold on the eggs?
No. You need 500 for the eggs.
Wait, how do you get to that?
Oh, click. So
there we go. 276.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. Jogger, how long have you towards 1,000 kilometers?
Oh.
It's just to the left of it.
474 kilometers.
700.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I fucking run with my phone open.
True.
Battles, I've only won 328.
659.
Now, I remember you hadn't really done a lot of battles.
No, my first battle was with you.
Right. On Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
Concert. So.
Pop my cherry all over the place.
Oh, yeah. It was so sexy. Now, I mean, I think Chip and Cern we're enjoying this.
We are.
And
I'll continue to enjoy it.
Breathing new life into the game. And I
also like because you're out and about. So
and the weather's getting a little better.
When it's warm, yeah. When it was cold, that was the other thing. I think because it was cold and rainy here. I was like, oh fuck that, I'm not.
Right. Oh, it's raining, and there's like a potential of catching something half-ass over there. So, anyway,
Garbage Mom was storming.
Garbage Mom's
not going out. Hard
pass on that. Well, we would like to hear your Pokemon Go Gen 2 story or Gen 1.
Yeah. Or your demands for
oh yeah. Do you think Gen 2's a bust? What do you want from Pokemon Go in their next update? Let's say summer. Probably their next big one's in the summer.
I'm going to say yes.
I haven't heard any whispers of Gen 3. I'm not concerned with that. If they release it, it would be way too early.
I think so, yeah. I mean, if I had to guess,
fall.
They may be on the every 6 months plan.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I mean, this was 7 or 8 months, but we're still close.
Okay.
Every 6 months plan, and I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I have no idea what Gen 3 is. I'm saving my candies. Hopefully, some of these
I'm not
ones that don't evolve, maybe they do evolve.
I have noticed there's definitely more single, no evolution ones in this one. But the kind of trend that I've seen is Gen 1, the non-evolutions have something special now.
Yes.
Anyway, be sure to check us out on chipandcernshow.com, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Email. We have a couple new items in the shop. Our collaboration with Elemental Supply Co. There's a cool print, limited edition collective print in there.
It is sweet.
Hats, T-shirts, stickers in there. All sorts of goodies. Be sure to stay tuned in the upcoming weeks. Cerny's birthday is coming up, and we're going to do a shit show of a podcast. With, at least one. Joe and Dana.
The Stat Boy and
Stat Boy and Joe Stinks. Let's get this going.
Stat Boy.
Joe smells. Joe smells.
Stat Boy. You hear that, Joe? You have a little rivalry for...
Joe smells.
A little rivalry.
Joe.
For,
we'll have Joe cut some promos, too.
There you go.
That'll be good. Be sure to check us out. And as Cerny always says, we do appreciate when you tell a friend or share the link on iTunes. We're on YouTube. If you listen that way at work or however you do it, spread the word. We mucho appreciato, as they say in Italian. And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.